Hey guys, what's up? First and foremost, my name is Eddie. I've been wanting to make this YouTube channel for a long time now, but I just never got around to doing it. I would always push it, to the next day and the next day, and then finally I just got super busy with work and school, so I just never got around to doing it. But I'm here right now, and I'm getting it started. I recently just went to a YouTube meetup from one of my favorite YouTubers, Mark Miller. And I got to meet a lot of really interesting people, and it was a really cool experience, and I really felt motivated after leaving that little meetup just from talking to other people, and it was just really interesting, and it kind of motivated me to want to start making this channel, so that's what I'm here to do. For the longest time, when I was trying to figure out how I wanted my YouTube channel to be, or what my first video should be on my YouTube channel, I kind of had a really hard time thinking about it and thinking, how I should go about it. But after, going to the YouTube meetup and talking to several different people, they were kind of really helped me make that decision, and just, I remember one person told me that I had a really interesting story and I should just share that story. And I know a lot of people, typically do, a lot of stories like this where they, are coming out, or they tell their story about how they came out, but I don't think you could have, too many stories on the internet or on YouTube about how people came out, just because it's kind of interesting, because everybody's story is different and a lot of people can relate to that story. If there's a lot of different diverse stories out there, it makes it that much more easier for people to relate to those stories and know that they're not really alone in the world, and that they're not the only ones going through it. So that's what I'm gonna do here today, is just kind of go through step by step of my unique story, and just kind of talk about how I came out, with my sexuality. I kind of knew I was always a little bit different from everybody else, but it never, I guess, in my case, when I was younger, I was more concerned with, what toy I was gonna get, or what video game was coming out, or, I wasn't really too, focused on, things like who I was attracted to and things like that. Just never really concerned me when I was, a little kid. But it wasn't until I was in high school where I started to realize that I was a little bit, a little bit more attracted to males than I was to females, but I would never really kind of admit it to myself, or I would always just, put it to the back of my brain, and just never really kind of acted on my feelings that I had, just because, I did come from a very religious family. And I just always knew that, what the Bible had told me, that that's not an okay life to live. So I just kind of just never really thought about it, and just always just put it out of my mind. So I think it all started when I was about 17 years old. I had just gotten out of a 2-year relationship with my ex-girlfriend, and it just was kind of a difficult time for me, because we worked together for so long, and when she did break up with me, it was just kind of, I was in a state of flux, because I just didn't know what to do, and it was a big dramatic change in my life. And well, back then it was, but because like I did say before, I always had these thoughts in my head before me and her ever got together. But what we had was, at the time was, amazing, and she was a really amazing person that I could connect to, and it was just, it was good. I loved that connection that me and her had, and I didn't regret anything from that relationship, and I really learned a lot from it. And it's just because I get a lot of questions from people, well, did you get with her because you were afraid of being, judged from other people? Were you using it to cover up more? And it wasn't anything like that. It was so afterwards, when she did break up with me, I was going through a very confusing time. My feelings were all over the place. I felt like I just was lost, and I just didn't know what to do, or how, what even to feel at the time. And I wasn't focusing on school anymore. I was just kind of I wasn't hanging out with friends. I was just kind of in my own little world. And it wasn't till I was on the internet one day, and just looking through Facebook, and I had received a friend request from someone, and it was actually kind of like really random, just because like I feel like the world works in mysterious ways. I looked at the friend request, and it was from someone that I never really met, and we started talking back and forth a little bit, and you know, I was just doing it to pass the time, and we were talking for a bit, and he had asked me if I was attracted to men, and for the longest time, like, I just stared at the message and I didn't even know what to say or how to reply back to that, just because it's like I had never admitted it to anybody before, and like I'm about to admit it to this random person that I've never even met before. Was just like, you know, it sounds easy, but for me it was just like, it was a hard like step, because not only was I going to be replying back to this person, but I was also going to be admitting it to myself that I was attracted to men and I was attracted to him. So I finally, like, when I wrote it, it was like, I just said yes. I didn't even know how to even say like, yeah, okay, yeah, sure. I just put yes, I am. And when I did that, I just felt this huge relief from my chest just lift up off of me, and it was just like everything that I had like convinced myself before that it was wrong, that no, I didn't. It's just like everything just became much more clear, and I just felt like I was this person that I was supposed to be. This is the person that I am supposed to be. My advice to you is just to, you know, be yourself, be who you were meant to be, and just don't care about what people are going to say or how people are going to act or if people are going to treat you differently, because in the end it's not about them, it's about you, and just making yourself a better person. And if people are going to put you down or not appreciate you or not going to accept you for who you are or who you were meant to be, then maybe those people shouldn't be in your life. So I hope this video helped you guys, and I hope there's more videos to come. And if you guys like this video, please share with other people that, you know, that might be going through the same thing that I went through. So that's it, guys. That's all I have to say. If you guys like this video, give a big thumbs up. Comment down below if, you know, you want to see more videos, and until then, see ya.